So please take a comfortable, upright sitting posture. Don't think about meditating. Don't think about spirituality. Don't think about getting awakened. Let's take a moment to, it is important to align the body well so that you can sit for as long as possible without moving. Having said that, moving and adjusting the posture due to physical discomfort or pain, it is perfectly allowed. It is not a crime, like it is said in some styles of meditation. Upright but comfortable. It doesn't matter whether you sit cross-legged or on a chair. If you are physically capable of sitting cross-legged, go ahead. But sitting on a chair is so much easier. Your legs won't ever go numb sitting on a chair. Your butt might a little bit, but it's easier. So I think it is very important to be able to sit without moving, without twitching, without turning left and right, because it gives us the opportunity to look at our minds and energy like under a microscope. That's why we sit still. Relax your shoulders, relax chest. And breathe with your belly. Your belly moves with the breath. And for the first couple of minutes, simply become aware of the body. Feel into the body space, which means the space inside the skin. Feel into it. Look into it. Listen to it. Let energies flow freely. What I said when we started to sit down is that often people, when I say that, okay, let's start practicing, let's start meditating, people have some fixations and fixated views that they kind of start to start narrowing down, start to get narrow and tight when they sit. Or they start concentrating. And of course, this is if you have practiced concentration like shamatha methods or some samadhi methods, dharana, then this is simply like a habit that you have developed. But in our style of practice, we don't really do concentration practices like traditionally or commonly. And I'll get to that later. So we are aware of our bodies, scanning, feeling into the different parts of our bodies. And a couple of things are very helpful in this. Number one, relax your eyes. Don't move your eyeballs. Number two, relax your mouth and jaws. So even if you are aware of the body, which is downwards from the head, even if you are scanning inside the different cavities of the body, your eyeballs, don't move. It's a simple but genius trick to stop the so-called seeking mode. So relax eyes, all the muscles in and around and behind eyes, and relax the mouth, relax jaws. The reason why we relax the mouth is because it reduces or stops internal chatter. And doing this with eyes and mouth is very helpful and necessary to do in the beginning of our practice journeys. When you get advanced, when you have a number of bhumis open and you through that comes the sustained recognition of the basic state, natural state, then it doesn't really matter anymore, these things. You can move your eyes and thoughts can come and go, but until then, it's helpful. All right. So sometimes on retreats we spend long sessions doing this, just feeling into the body, letting energies flow, and recognizing the basic state, natural state, our awakened nature, just like this, very simply. But in Rainbow Body Yoga, we do this just for a little bit before other practices. Something that is foundational in the so-called Mahayana, which means great vehicle of Buddha Dharma, is bodhicitta. Bodhicitta literally means awakening or enlightenment, heart-mind. So heart-mind of enlightenment. Which means that we do, yes, practice to heal ourselves and to illuminate our minds. And we do practice to become Buddhas or reveal our innate Buddha nature, basic nature. But we do all of this not only for our own sake, but for the sake of all beings. For the sake of all living beings. Physical, non-physical, humans, animals, nature. Nature in different forms, plants, bodies of water, sky, earth. So why is there such a motivation or motive in Mahayana Dharma? Because all life is connected. We are not alone, we cannot isolate ourselves. Well, we can isolate to a degree, and we can get liberated to agree by practicing Dharma that is isolated, that is only focused on liberating ourselves personally. But there are limits to that. But if we want to go all the way, if we want to tap our potential completely, then we need to mature and grow up from this self-centered view of liberation. And that's why there is something called bodhicitta, which is not only in principle, not only in Buddhism, but also in Hinduism from ancient times, and also even in Christianity. Love thy neighbor. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu, ancient Hindu mantra. So we practice, and our aim is to become living Buddhas, become living Mahasiddhas. We aim to master our own mind. We aim to fully become free from this delusion. To be able to help others, save others, to show others that there is such a thing called Dharma and there is such a thing called liberation. There is something called bodhisattva vows and bodhisattvahood, which means that practitioners of Mahayana and Vajrayana have this motive and motivation to practice for the liberation of all sentient beings. It is a very simple idea, but it is extremely profound in practice. The experience of that, the cultivation of this idea is extremely profound. It transforms us thoroughly. It liberates us from the thought of I, self, me, that contracted view in gross, subtle, and very subtle forms. This is the heart and soul of Mahayana. So let's say bodhicitta prayers. So here we are sitting and practicing together, our little group, our little sangha of this retreat. And we want to know ourselves in full. Not only 10%, not only 50%, but 100%. we want to know ourselves. In other words, we want to attain Buddhahood, Mahasiddhahood, for the sake of all sentient beings, for the sake of all life in all forms. This is what we want to do, and this is what we will do. For the sake of all sentient beings. May all beings be free. May all beings be happy. When you put your heart, your love, when you put yourself into such simple prayers, there will happen a shift in your energy, in your mind, in your heart. And this shift, this energy, recognize it, notice it, feel it with your body. For the sake of all sentient beings, ourselves included, liberation and happiness to all beings. All life everywhere. And the key to Dharma practice is to feel energies, is to sense with your body. So feel. What is the shift of energy, mind state I'm talking about? Find out for yourself by feeling with your body. For the sake of all sentient beings. So when you express that compassionate idea of bodhicitta with your energy engaged, it has the power to totally shift your energy from that self-centered, self-based, narrow, contracted, tight, stuffy, to our basic nature. And then we recognize we automatically, this energy, pure energy, puts us into this basic state, natural state, Buddha nature, that is clear, has the energy that is very soft, very kind, very loving, and is very peaceful, very grounded. So in Tantra, we ask the help of the Guru, we ask blessings, because the blessings, the charge, the energy, the transmissions makes our energy shift. And in this way, little by little, we get to know the Guru within ourselves, our own enlightened state, our own state of clarity, softness, peace. This is how it is done. So, if you're saying the prayer of bodhicitta, praying for the liberation of all beings, without much happening, look into how you're saying it. With what kind of energy, with what kind of engagement. Empty words won't do anything. Empty words are superficial. May all beings be free of suffering, confusion, delusion that causes havoc and pain, suffering, conflicts in their lives. May all beings be free of all of it. What also happens when you make your energy shift properly, like we're doing now, when you really put your heart and soul and love and care into the prayers, into the mantras, into practices, whatever you do, there is this shift. And this energy that comes through the shift is intense. The energy of our basic state is intense. It's dynamic, strong. Even though it is the energy of clarity and kindness, love, peace, but it's intense. Consequentially, when we sustain this recognition, remain with this energy, it makes our body warm up. It heats our body, heats up our bodies. And this heat comes because the pure energy hits the self-based dirty energy. So there is like a friction, meeting of the two, so there is friction and heat. And there are limits to how much our bodies can take that heat. Sooner or later, depending how far we are in the process, we get tired. Because our body just cannot sustain it, cannot take it until to a certain limit. And this is natural. Don't push it too far. Push it a little bit, but not too much. Too much pushing is when you already slip back into self-centered motivation, egoistic, in a bad way. But little bit we can, when we take in the energy, recognize the basic state with its intense energy, you just relax into it more and more. And you might be invoking it several times through a long session, whether you're working with bodhicitta or gurus or deities. You might be invoking several times over a session, and you just keep relaxing to it. Kind of like relaxing to a warm, comfortable bath. But there comes a point when you just feel like, okay, now my limits are met. And we need to respect our limits. Because if we don't, then there will be contraindications. The way how we practice in Amrita Mandala is that I have always practiced and taught in this way because I was taught by my gurus this way, that you really ramp up the volume, you really put the volume high of the charge of the pure energy. So we always practice, we always do that. I do that when I teach, and my students when they teach do this. And because of this, what I just explained is why we also lie down a lot for brief periods during retreats. And we do this, we lie down to balance, to give our bodies a small break. We might lie down for 15 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. And it nicely allows us to keep going from one session to another, like we do on this retreat also. So, stay with the energy. Don't start moving too hectically or doing things too quickly. Stay with the energy, stay with it with your body, and lie down for some time until you hear of me again. Always, as the last thing of the day on retreats, we chant the so-called, bodhisattva vows and basic prayers. But I was thinking, because we have done this practice session on bodhicitta to do like a condensed short prayers and just chant a relative bodhicitta prayer, may all beings be free, for more than 3 times for several minutes, and then after that finish with dedication of merit. So let's do that. Let's chant may all beings be free together for a while. Chant it with your whole being, not only mouth here, not only throat here, but with your whole being. Inhale. May all beings be free. 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 With whatever prayer, practice, mantra See what it does to your energy, how it affects your body, how it affects your mind, your heart. Sensations are the key. That open a lock. Dedication of merit. May all beings receive my accumulated merit. I dedicate the merit to the refuge and to all sentient beings. Go join hands, and as a way to express our attitude, our sincerity, honesty, openness, bow your head. Good. If you have any questions or comments, we still have a few minutes. Feel free. You can just unmute yourself and say whatever you want to say.
Happy birthday, Baba.
Oh, thank you. Rani has been teasing me that I have 45th birthday today, and she's been teasing me that it, how do you say in English, it's rounded up to 50, not 40. Yeah, happens.
You'll get used to it.
Oh yeah. I haven't been counting in over 10 years anymore. So
For me, it was really powerful session. It seems that it was just like what I was needed now. Yeah.
what would be great? Sylvia, are you joining tomorrow whole day? can't hear you.
Later in the afternoon, I will join.
So you're not from the beginning, but you will.
Not at the beginning, but later.
Okay. James, are you joining tomorrow? Yeah, okay. All right. Because I was thinking of it would be fantastic to hear some practice experiences and stories from people such as you two. So just you sharing your practice experiences. You've both been around for a while and have completed purification of 10 bhumis, so I would also be interested to hear. If you don't have any questions or comments, we'll wrap up for today, and tomorrow we will continue 3 p.m. Slovenian time, and same on Sunday. And as usual, we will practice for 2-3 hours and discuss here the inspiring stories of Sylvia and James. And then we will have a meal break, like an hour and a half, depending how intense the practice is. And then we'll do another, usually 2 hours, hour and a half. So thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Have a nice evening.
Bye, everyone.